Good evening and welcome to this Digital District Challenge training. I recognize the presence of Daniel Awo Osaje. I also recognize the presence of Kehinde Mutiat Ojewumi. Please, if you are in the room, kindly drop a chat to be sure that you are here. Just say something in the group and tell us your district that you are representing. Daniel, uh, thank you, Bridget Senami. Good evening. Oluwatoyin Adeleke, good evening. Olukoya Agbo, good evening. Good evening. Please, if you can hear me clearly, please just draw something in the chat. If you can hear me clearly, just draw something in the chat. Jimo, Abiola, Mustafa, good evening. Mustafa, good evening. I hope I got your name right. John Odejobi, good evening. Daniel Awo, yeah, representing District 3. Thank you, Daniel. I got that. Kehinde, District 2. Thank you very much. Bridget Senami, District 4. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's seen that you guys can all hear me. Please, good evening. If you are just joining us, kindly type in the group chat and tell us the district you are representing. District C is Latifat. I recognize your presence. Thank you, John. Thank you very much, John, for confirming that. Thank you, Jimo, District 4. Thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for all coming. Thank you. If you can hear me, please just drop something in the group and tell us the district you are representing. Just tell us the district you are representing. As we are waiting for order, I want to sincerely apologize. Good evening, Solomon Shotayo. Good evening. Please, Solomon, tell us which district you are representing. Just tell us the district you are representing. Solomon, if you can hear us, just tell us the district you are representing. Idowu Esther, good evening. John, Odejobi, District 1. Thank you. Solomon and Idowu Esther, please tell us the district you are representing in the chat group. Thank you. Good evening. Sejiro Popogbe. Hope I didn't murder your name. I'm sorry, but you're welcome, District 4. Thank you, Sejiro. Oluwaseun Abiola. Thank you. Yes, good evening, District 4. Thank you, Della Ola. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Thank you very much. Aderonke Adekoya, District 4. Mafe Tonsin, thank you very much for joining. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mafe Tonsin from Ijeru Junior Comprehensive High School. Thank you very much for joining. Deborah Onifade, Deborah from District 6. Oluwaseun Abiola Oladipo from District 1. Inuojo Victor from District 2. Elizabeth Omotola. Elizabeth, please tell us. Okay, Oludamilede, please, Elizabeth, tell us your district. Ido West, thank you, District 5. Shotayo Solomon, District 3, right? Yeah, that is 3. I got that. Thank you, Solomon. Then Emily and your fair District 2, Mustafa Akim Olawole. Please, good evening. Good evening. We also recognize your president. Kehinde Kujimiyo. Please, which district are you representing? Mustafa Akim Olawole, District 4. Thank you so much. Oriowo Samuel Elizabeth Omotola, District 4 too. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. So, on behalf of my team, I want to first of all apologize for the network glitch we experienced last week, Friday. Everything was actually planned out perfectly, but technology. Thank God we are all ICT teachers, some of us, and we experience these glitches every now and then. But that last week, Friday, was so unbearable. I recognize everyone that has been joining and also be putting in their districts. I recognize you, Adeshola Akindele, Lagos State Junior Model College. I recognize you too. Fumilola Oderinde from District 4. I recognize you too. Kehinde Kujimiyo, okay, District 4 too. I recognize you as well. So I want to appreciate everybody for participating in this meeting. So I promise you that this information or training session is going to be brief, like very, very brief, so that we'll not waste much of our time, because I know today is Monday and we are all out for work activity, and some of us are still on our way home, and I believe, and while some of us are already at home. So I want to take just a quick moment to just take us through the digital district challenge, and what is expected of us, what is in for us as teachers, and also what is expected of the different districts, what you need to do. And this is a continuation. The DDC, the acronym is DDC, that is a Digital District Challenge, is a continuation of the Tech Kit. And again, I would also want to use this medium to appreciate everybody. In fact, you guys are wonderful. You guys are marvelous and amazing for the beautiful, in fact, let me say beautiful, for the beautiful and amazing work that you guys did during the Tech Kit at the district, at the mini center. You guys were the one that nailed it. We thought we did an amazing work at the Alpha location, but when we saw the report of what really happened at the mini center, in fact, we cannot not but say thank you to you guys, because you guys did an amazing job at the Alpha location, at the mini center. So I want to say, on behalf of my team, I want to say a big thank you for the amazing work that you guys did at the mini center. Thank you for putting in the resources, the efforts, everything that you put together to make sure that the Alpha or the mini center was a success. And for those of us that also came to participate at the Alpha location, this is also me appreciating you as well for your wonderful and amazing participation as well. So thank you so much. So without not wasting much of our time, let us dive in straight into the training for the day, which is the Digital District Challenge. So I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I also want to beg your indulgence that after my training, you can drop your questions or any other challenges you have. And if you cannot do that, then you can also drop your questions or anything feedback you have in the group chat, so that we can attend to it, and we are going to attend to everything. Good evening, sir. I also Adedeji, welcome. Babatunde, welcome. I recognize you. Agumbiade Caroline, I also recognize you. Welcome. This is, yes, Miss Tura Tope. This is a live session, so the training is already being recorded. It's a live session, so the training is already being recorded, so there's no cause for alarm. We are going to share it at the end of the day. So now, if you can see my screen, just type in the group that you can see my screen. So I want to share my screen now for us to start. If you can see screen, just type in the group that yes, I can see your screen. Can you see my screen? Can anyone see my screen? Okay, I want to believe that everyone can see my screen. So this is the Digital District Challenge. This is the Digital District Challenge, the next program. Can you all see my screen? Okay, thank you. You can see your screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, I believe that everybody is testifying that they can see my screen. Okay, thank you very much. So now let's go in straight to the presentation. Now let's go in straight to the presentation of just a minute. Yeah, I can see the comments coming that everybody can see my screen. All right. Okay. Now, so now I want. So, like I said earlier, this is the Digital District Challenge Training Manual that will be given to all the teachers, the ICT and or the ICT teachers that are on this training. That is what I'm going to be using for this program. And just for a brief to remind us, this training was supposed to be at 2 times: last week Friday and today. But because of the network glitch that we have last week Friday, we are unable to have it, and that is why this training for today is very, very, very important. So, and I want to beg your indulgence once more that I need your full attention so that you can be able to get the brief detail and about the training, so that how you can also execute it in your various districts and schools, as the case may be. So now, going forward, now this is just the overview or the content. You can call it content or overview of what the manual is all about. So, and the training is divided into 2 sessions. We have the preliminary. I mean, we have the training week, which is the 4 week. Then after the 4 week training, then we have the first preliminary stage for assessment testing of the students of your student. Then after that, we have the final assessment training of your student as well, which down is going to be conducted by the TCK team. So for the week 1, we are going to be doing something we call the Introduction to Digital Literacy concept. We need to understand the concept of digital literacy, what it's all about, what does it do, who uses it, and all these things has been captured in the training manual. Then in week 2, then you're going to have the understanding digital citizenship and online safety. Very paramount. Online safety and digital citizenship is very, very important, not just for the student alone, but even for adult as well. We also need to understand what are the safety tips that we need to know as a digital literacy personnel. Then in week 3, we are going to look at problem solving and computational thinking. Very important. We all need problem solving, and if you are a problem solver, an organization will be looking for you. And if you understand the idea of computational thinking as well, you are one of the people that the organization will be looking for as well. And not just any organization, but top organization will be actually looking for you on how to utilize your skills. Then the final week, we are going to look at what creativity and innovation in the digital age. Very important. Okay, fine. You call yourself a digital literacy champion. What creative idea do you have? What innovative idea do you have? How can you utilize those ideas to make sure you monetize it? It's very, very important. You monetize this personally or even for an organization you are working for. So how can you actually get that? So it's very, very important. We are going to look at that in the week 4. Then the final one is the final assessment and reporting. We are going to have all these things, how it's going to be done. Then overview of the training. The structure of the training is the teacher training. The participating district teacher will receive a comprehensive manual, which I am using currently. And this manual is going to guide the student. This is the training manual that the teachers are going to use for the guiding of the students on how to train them on the DDC challenge. And this manual will focus on digital literacy concept, just like the overview I've showed us in the content, and that this can be taught without the need for any digital devices. With this manual, you don't need any digital devices to teach your students. And the idea is for us to embrace inclusivity and also accessibility for all school. This is the idea. This is the idea of why we are bringing this program to all the districts. Okay, fine. You have participated in the Tech Kit. Now, how can you harness, how can you put into practice all that the students have learned during the Tech Kit? That is why we say the Tech Kit might not be enough time for us to actually or educate our students. That's why we are coming up with the DDC challenge, so that every student can also have a hands-on of all the training. Then the weekly student training. So over 4 weeks, teachers will train a minimum of 400 students. Please get it right. A minimum of 100 students. Take for instance, in Ayetoro Junior High School, I am one of the teachers in Ayetoro Junior High School. I am expected to train at least 100 students in a class. And training the 100 students, I can say, okay, on Monday, I am very free on Monday. I've already told my principal that I'm free on Monday and I want to train the 100 students on Monday in a class with the training manual. So I'm going to gather or put together all the students in a classroom that will accommodate the 100 students or 80 students in the classroom. Then I'm going to train them on Monday. Or another teacher can also say, since on Wednesday is our what do they call it? Our extracurricular activity. I want my own training to be on Wednesday. You can train your students on Wednesday. So it means that what you have between Monday to Thursday for your training. And if you want to do it, if you can even pick Friday, it's well. But the reason I will not advise us to pick Friday is because of your reporting. Because every week at the end of each week, all the teachers are ought to give report, and the report that will be submitting is what is going to contain what the weekly attendance of the students that have participated in your class. You also take pictures of the training session during your class, and also a brief and concise detailing progress report of how you are also taking the training for the student. Very important. Please, the weekly student training activity is very important. I'm going to reiterate myself again. A teacher is expected to take this training for 4 weeks, and the teacher is expected to train train a minimum of 100 students. And every week, this teacher ought to give a report, submitting weekly report, and this contains what? The weekly attendance of the 80, 100 students that you have taken during the training hour. Then take a pictures of also the training session, and a brief but concise, comprehensive report detailing the process of how you are taking the training on your student. Then after you are done with all your training, then that is after you have done with all your training from week 1 to week 4, we move to the next stage. The next stage is what is now the preliminary assessment of your student. This place, each district will conduct an assessment, and this assessment is going to be oversaw or conducted in conjunction with the TCK team. Our team will also be in contact with you. We are going to plan that, how we are going to onboard our volunteers and also our staff to your school to monitor the preliminary assessment, where your students are going to answer questions based on the 4-week curriculum that we have drafted for you. The assessment will be based on the 4-week curriculum that we have drafted for you. And like I said, each district will conduct a preliminary assessment of the school. And this assessment will be used to evaluate the effectiveness of the training and identify top performing school. So in each district, TCK will be selecting 5 students representing each district. 5 students representing each district. So 5 top students representing each district. That is what we are going to be selecting, that will qualify to the next round of the competition. Then final evaluation. The top five school from each district. Sorry, I said students and top 5 school rather from each district. Each district will move to the final for the final evaluation, this school will compete for the top prizes. Sorry for my mistake. I said student data. I know student. It is not student, but 5 top schools that we are going to be choosing. 5 top schools from each district will be selected to qualify to the final round of the challenge. Then the school will compete for the top prizes with the performing measure on the digital literacy concept covered during the 4 weeks. Please take note. Our evaluation will not come from any other places, but rather is going to be covered in your weekly report. Very important. Please let us take note, our teachers. Your weekly report on how you have conducted, remember, on how you have conducted the what? The digital literacy concept in each week. Because you are submitting your report, that is how we are going to judge your students that will, your schools and your student that will qualify for the next round of the competition. So this is going to be on a transparency level so that all districts will be able to understand what we are actually trying to do. Then what are the prizes? The first prize will the first district with the highest numbers of votes or winning this or are going to win the challenge will go home with 1 million naira. The second position district will go home with 500,000 naira, while the third position will go home with 300,000 naira. Then our top performing teachers will also go home with 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira will be going to the teachers as well. This is what we are going to give into the prizes for that. Then participation guidelines for teachers. I'm going to repeat that again. I've said that before, but I'm going to say it again because it's very important. Number 1, training frequencies. Teachers are required to train a minimum of 100 students once a week for 4 weeks. Documentation, like I said earlier, teacher will submit weekly attendance sheets, pictures of the training session, and a detailed, comprehensive, brief progress report on how you are taking the digital core literacy for your students. Is very important. Then the last one that teachers need to understand is also the assessment. The assessment that is teacher will administer a basic assessment at the end of each week to monitor student progress. Please get it. Teacher will administer a basic assessment to assess the progress of your student each week. So if you finish the first, now let me go back again. So in week 1, when you finish introduction to digital literacy concept, you are going to conduct an assessment on Friday or on Thursday or even maybe a day after or even during the event. If you want to do it that way, you are all teachers, so I think you understand this thing better than us. But we're just giving you a guideline on how this ought to be conducted. Week 2, you repeat the same process. Week 3, you repeat the same process. Then week 4, you do that. Then we'll not pick the 5 performing students. Now, let's briefly look at the content of the training. Very fantastic training. Our team of experts from the training department have put this thing together, and this is a very comprehensive training booklet that is going to aid our teachers to carry out this thing. Now, week 1, what you need to do is what? Just introduction to digital literacy concept. Very simple. And you start by asking the question, what is digital literacy? Then why digital literacy is important? You talk to them then. But after this preamble to warm the class, now there's going to be a warm-up discussion. There's going to be a warm-up discussion, or you can call it an icebreaker. If you want to call it that way, it's fine. A warm-up discussion, and that shouldn't be more than 5 minutes, please. We should be time conscious so that we'll not eat deep into the school calendar or the school activity. We should be time conscious. 5 minutes icebreaker or warm-up discussion, and you start the session with what? By asking students to share their daily use of technology. And questions like these are what you should ask. What technology do you use at home or in school? How do you use your phone or your computer to solve problems? Then this is going to inform some kind of interesting discussion from the students, and you listen to them how the student will brilliantly answer this question for you as well. And but remind you, the discussion should not be more than 5 minutes. It's just an icebreaker to make the student understand that. Then after you might have done that, then you move in down to what? To the core digital literacy concept. Then you look at it and talk about what is digital literacy concept, using technology to communicate, and you explain it down how that means the text messages, the email, the social media, the video, the YouTube. This is one of the digital literacy tools that we are using. You're also going to run the student through into that as well. Then if you go through the manual will be able to explain everything in details. I don't want to take our time because the manual is going to be made to us, soft copy and also hard copy, so that we can go through it as well. Then you also talk about what? Digital etiquette, very paramount. Digital etiquette you also need to talk about. And an example is, say, if you disagree with someone online, respond politely instead of writing hurtful comments or any comment that's not, because trust me, the social media will not forget, and they will never forget what you said. There's always an archive. There's always an archive, and that can be used against you. These are the things you need to allow your student to know right from now. In each of the training session, there's always an example at the base of it for you to use for your student. And if you have another fantastic idea or example again to also add to it again, you are free to go. But please use the manual for your understanding as well. Then you go down to the word activities, human algorithm. There's an activity that now asks them, what is human algorithm? You also need to understand them. Teachers know. This is what I need to talk about now. There's step-by-step activity instruction that you also need to go about. Pair the students in groups. One student will act as a computer and the other will act as a programmer. Let them understand. After you might have thought about what human algorithm is all about, then the program will give a step-by-step instruction, just something like that. Then teachers note. Then you align the importance of giving precise, clear instruction. Just like a computer, the human computer cannot perform the task correctly if the instructions are vague. So you understand. Then reflective questions, or questions that can also reflect at the end of the thing. So I say, why is it important to give a clear instruction when using technology? How do algorithms help computers solve problems? These are the things that you need to go. You can see how comprehensive this manual is for us. So this manual has been put together by our team of training experts, and is also good for you as well as an ICT teacher to also upgrade your intellect or your arsenal as a teacher as well. Then you move to week 2, understanding digital citizenship and online safety. The same procedure I use in week 1 is also the same thing. All you just need to do, understand the manual, what each topic is all about, what example you need to know, what topic you need to know, what on any quick exercises that you need to know, question that you need to know, you need to understand. These are the things that you need to go through it. Like now, the first one talk about what is digital citizenship, why is digital citizenship important, core concept of digital citizenship. You need to explain all these things. Before you start your class in each week, please, I also want us to even have an icebreaker, like a recap of what you've done in the previous week. This is going to bring some kind of engagement between you and the student. You can do a recap. Okay, who can tell us what we discussed last week? Who have put into practice what we discussed last week? And to make the class more interesting as well again, you can also give an assignment. Okay, I need you to go home and do a research on XYZ on what we discussed and bring in for class for me to see what if you really or you truly understand what I've been teaching you. This program is not ought to be rushed. Don't rush this program for training sake because the money is involved. Please, the aim of this program is to make impact at the end of it. The money or the prices attached to it just for encouragement, for your efforts. But the student must understand, learn this thing. The student must learn this thing because you are trying to impart them. And the best way to impart them is for you to make this thing more interesting, interacting, and put it in an educative way. Not just, let us do it, the competition. Of course, it's a competition, but do it in a very, very interactive way because students must learn this thing. They must understand this thing. It's very, very, very important. Then the activity role play again. In each training, there's always a role play and also teacher footnote for you. It's very, very important. Then always a reflective question for you as well. The question is what? How can you make sure you have you are behaving responsibly online. Why is it important to protect your personal information online? All these things are very important. So teacher, please take note on your teacher's notes and the reflective question that we have been putting at the end of it. Very, very important. And also the activity role play scenario, you also need to put on in the put or take note of that as well. Then week 3, problem solving and computational thinking. The same method, please be practical about it. Give assignments in each week to your students. Let them come back and come and do the role play and explain to them. This will also give you an information, and you'll be amazed as how these students will even go out and do much research. And you like, wow, this is awesome. So you can also introduce something to us. I'm like, oh, you know what? TCK Zone, our student did this thing and we want to present it to you as well. I know it's not part of the competition, but this is what our student the research they've done, and we want to share with you. We are going to give you the opportunity to share that with us as well. And we are going to come down to your school, or we invite you and your student to our office, and you are going to do the demonstration for us and what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Very interesting and fantastic idea. And the last one, week 4, creativity, innovation in the digital age, the role of creativity in technology. You need to tell them. Very important. Assessment, originality is the idea, creative or original. You need to tell them as well. Explain to them. You need to read so that you can also tell the student in the discussion time or during your explanation or training time, you can be able to have enough information to give out to the student as well. So that is all from the manual training for our teacher, and I want to appreciate all of us. So at this time, I want to take questions. If you have questions for me, please kindly drop your questions, or you can just let me know. I'm going to pick your question. Please, if you have questions, drop your questions and let me have your questions. I can be able to attend the questions here. So my team are in the chat room and they're going to attend to the question as well. So thank you so much for your listening. I told us that this training is going to be brief and concise, and of course it is 7:30. I think I try to manage the time because I was actually looking at time so that to make sure that I will not go above 7:30, and we're in 7:30. Please, if you have questions, the floor is now open for us to take questions. My team will be in the chat box, in the chat room, to attend to all your questions. If you need any clarification, please ask now. Thank you so much. I am Ephraim Abutu. I'm going to leave like 10 to 15 minutes to, okay, I'm seeing questions. Sorry, no audio. Sorry, the manner will be shared. Thank you so much, Kehinde, for that observation. I didn't know I muted my mic. Thank you. The report will take which form? The report, like I said, let me share with you again. The manual copy will be said, like I said. So the report is going to come on the attendance of your student. The attendance of your student is going to you need to take note. That's where the report is going to be on. Then you take pictures while you are doing the training. While you are training your student, you need to take picture. Then you also need to give a comprehensive report of the process or the progress of your training. Okay, we have started our training this week, and our training was held on Monday or on Tuesday or on Wednesday. And in the first training, we have 50 students, we have 100 students, we have 150 students that participated in my class, and this is their name. And during the activity, we observe all the exercises and role play scenario in the training and everything. So they will also TCK team will also share a Google form where the report is also going to be given to you as well. So the report will be on Google Form, just like what we did it in TechIt. That's why I told you that this is a continuation of what we did in TechIt. So all those things that I've mentioned on your reporting system, you are going to put it in the Google Form. Please, will there be manual for each student? The manual is for the is for teacher for now. When it comes to the students, we are going to let you know if the students are going to have the manual. Is the same student for the 4 week? Yes, same student for 4 week. Please don't change student. Same student for 4 week. Duration of the teaching. The duration of the teaching is depend on you. 45 to 1 hour. Remember, mind you, the training manual for each week is not bulky. It's very straight to the point. So it's between 45 to 1 hour. You can be able to do the training. How can we get more manual for the training? I didn't get that question. How can we get more manual for the training? The manual, like I said earlier, is for the student. Please, can you recap the instruction? I just had a bit late. I didn't get that. Recap the introduction. I didn't get that question, please. Then good evening. I just came in and may I have to watch this from the beginning before? Yes, we are going to send the video to us as well, so you can be able to watch it and watch the training as well. Please, can the teacher manual be downloaded so as to save money from each location? Awesome. Thank you, John Odejobi, for that beautiful observation. Of course, we are going to do that. We are going to share the manual at the end of the day to our group. Then Temitope Konde, thank you very much, sir. Are we to teach the same set of students for 4 weeks? Yes. Can the IT teacher and the student be exempted from the extracurricular activity? Yeah, this is all you need to discuss with your principal. The TGPS have informed all your principal, so they are going to tell your principal about this training. So these students that are going to be observing this training will be exempted from the extracurricular activity on the day you're going to do your training. You skipped my question. Why will junior school be competing against each other? Junior school, the training is the same. So all the participating students will be competing against each other. Bankole, I hope I answer your question. Yeah, soft copy of the manual will be shared in the group. You are to teach same set of students for 4 weeks. All that have been answered. What do we, the teachers, stand to gain after the whole program? Like I told Ojo, I think you came late. Yes, I've said that. So like I said before, we are going to pick top performing teachers, and the top performing teacher will go home with 200. We will be compensated with 200,000 naira. Or it is the same training contest, so everyone in the class in the same category. Yes, thank you TCK for that answer. Can we get the soft copy of the training manual? Kunle from Gaskia Senior College. Of course, Mr. Olayode, you are going to get that as well. Is there going to be any compensation for teachers or school that fully participated and did not win, since all the school cannot win at the same time? Like I said, it is a competition. We are going to pick top five performing schools to qualify for the final round, and that is how we are going to be picking it. So any students that did not, or any school that did not that participated actively but did not qualify for the final, the TCK team will work on the consolation prizes for that. And that is not a promise, let me be frank with us, but we are working on that to make sure that we get consolation prizes for the for other students or schools that have participated actively. That's why I said you should make this training more interactive, more educating, and more engaging among your students. Okay, do you mean we will teach without making use of the computer? Exactly, Ekene Joy. You don't need computer. Sam, but if you want to make your own more interesting, you can actually use a laptop. But this training manual does not need you to have a computer at all to train it. It's very straightforward. My school does not have a class which can take on 100 students at a sitting. Somewhere, Bolujoku, you can sort that. Maybe you can do it batch by batch. If it's possible like that, I can actually do it like that, batch by batch, maybe 50 by 50, 45 by 45. Just know how I can do that. Please, we need clarification on the just concluded tech festival. Was there any money given apart from the certificate? No, educators guide, there was no money given. Please, take it is gone. This is a new challenge we are talking about. Can the minimum number of the students be 50? No, 100. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Adeolu Akitude. Samuel Banjoko, my school does not have a classroom. I've actually answered this question. Please, we need clarification on the just concluded Take It Festival. Was there any money given apart from? There was no money given. Educator guys, we did not give out any money. Oyindamola Wojola, when are we starting the training with the student? Thank you very much for that. The training is starting on the 2nd of October. On the 2nd of October, the training is starting. We ought to have announced that. If you check the WhatsApp platform, the timetable for the training has been shared in the WhatsApp platform. In the WhatsApp platform, the timetable for the training has been shared, and I believe we are all so I believe we all have that. We might have seen it. So on the 27th of September, that's when it's supposed to be the first teacher training. Then the 30th of September, it's supposed to be the second teacher, which we are having today here. Then 2nd to 23rd of October, that is the weekly training. And this happened every Wednesday in all districts. Second is Wednesday of October. Is going to last to 23rd of October every week. Then the weekly report as well is also going to be happening each week. Each week of your training, the weekly report is going to be happening. Can we have more than 100 students? If you want to have more than 100 students, no problem. Della, Ola, no problem. But the maximum number of students we need is 100 students. But if you want to have more than 100 students, if you have a class where I can accommodate 100 students, no problem. You can actually do that. Please, can we have the change, the starting to next week Wednesday for proper preparation? Jimon, Abiola, Mustafa, we will look into that. Thank you for that observation. If there's any reason, but the timetable have been set and it has been shared with the TGPS. If you are here to get a certificate from Take It, please, it means you did not submit your report using the Google form or where you are at the upper location. That is from my team. For those of you that are still asking questions about the Take It, this program is for DDC. So please don't let us deviate and let us focus on getting how to train the DDC very, very well. Sir, can you restate step taken after weekly training? Kunle from Gaskia. Okay, Kunle, when you get the soft copy of the manual, I believe that you are going to get the step by step on that. The first step is what? You take your weekly attendance. Then on a Google sheet, it's going to be given to you, submitted on a Google sheet, and the Google form you are going to send to you. Then you take pictures of your training while you are training the student, and you also do take a comprehensive progress report of your training. Okay, our training have started in our school, and we have 50 students, we have 100 students, we have 120 students for this week, and this is the topic we cover. We did everything. Our students did this project during our training, and we had a presentation, and it was on this. That's how it's going to be. 2nd of October is too early to prepare the students. Jimo, Sarafu, we'll look into that. We'll look into that as well. Like I said, yes, please. The time notice is short. Okay, we will look into that. Training starts 2nd of October and we proceed for 4 weeks. There is a timetable, like I told us, so we are not going back on that. Please pass information to your student. Please pass information to your school, your principal about this. We apologize for the short notice. Is the network that really actually messed us up in the last week training I was supposed to have. That is why we couldn't share it with us as well. But the training starts on Tuesday because we are taking this training based on schedule. And if we should pull out that second, if we do not start the training on the second, we are not going to meet up with the timeline that we have set for ourselves on it to achieve that as well. I submitted using the Google form for the Take It Festival, but no certificate. Please, Oluwatoyin Adeleke, please, can you chat with one of the admin in the group for that Take It problem so that we can attend to DDC for now? Anything Take It, please chat with the admin. You said we are to teach 100 students per week and we should not change students. You also said something like training 400 students. I never said training 400 students, sir, Mr. Kehinde. I never said training 400. I said each week, a class ought to have minimum of 100 students. I never said 400 students. I said minimum of 100 students. And if you have a classroom that cannot accommodate 100 students at a stretch, all I said is I can break the class into two. You can do 45 minutes here and then do 45 minutes in the other class so that all the students will be able to participate equally in the training manual. So, and someone asked if they can take more than 100 students in a class. And I said, if you have more than 100 students in the class and you know you can be able to afford that to take the students, you are free to do that. But I never said 400 students for the this thing. So that is it. Are we filling any Google Sheets today? No, sir. There's no Google Sheet you are filling today. If the training is to start on Wednesday, when do we get the manual knowledge? This knowing that today is a public holiday. The manual, my team, we are going to send the manual to us in your platform, in the WhatsApp platform. The manual is going to be shared to us as well. How many times are we meeting the students in a week? Once a week. Sholape, thank you so much for that question. Once a week. Like I said, it can be either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but we want it to be on Monday so that you don't interfere in the school calendar. I hope I answered your question. I think I missed the part of your discussion. Okay, I've answered that. If the training is starting on Wednesday and we don't have the hard copy, please, for now, we are going to send you the soft copy in the group, and the soft copy is very easy to understand. Use the soft copy for this training, and later on, we'll work on the hard copy. Thank you. Who asked that question? Aderonke Adekoya. How do we get the hard copy? Jimo Abiola Mustafa, I said we are going to share the soft copy with us in our WhatsApp group so that we can use that for now because of the short notice and the timetable has been set. We cannot reschedule or move forward this thing, the training. Please, let's add the manual now immediately after the class. Of course, Allah, we are Sulaiman Salami, we are going to share that immediately in the group now once I'm done with this class. I believe I've attended to all the questions, and if there's any question that I missed out and you know that is very, very important that I have not touched, please send it to the group, send it to the WhatsApp group. We are going to attend to it. But I believe I have attended, my team as well have also attended to the question. If you look at the yellow creative key zone, that is some of the questions that we've answered in this thing. So please, and if you don't have any other question, I think we will need to say thank you so much for participating in this training. This training is very important, but the problem here is rushing is too much here. I don't, our teacher, one teacher per school. We are two teachers in my school. Can we do it together? One teacher per school, please. One teacher per school. One teacher per school. How many teachers should be involved? One teacher per school. That is where we say a minimum of 100 students in a class so that you can be able to pass out the information clearly. One teacher per school is fine. One teacher per school. We don't want to take too much from the school. Mr. Akinyele, I think you are just joining us from Immaculate Heart Comprehensive Senior High School, Maryland. You are welcome. You are welcome. So we are going to share the training manual and also this video on the group so that everybody can, those that are just joining us can watch the video. If you don't have any question again, I want to end this training here, and I want to say a very big thank you. Ekene Joy, you say add me to the platform. Which platform are we adding you to? How did you get the link if you are not in the platform? I need to know. How did you get the link if you are not in the platform? Any refreshment after each training, money the father, other students will be sitting. Smart Arc, there is no refreshment. Thank you so much. It is a competition. There is no refreshment. Thank you for that beautiful observation, but there's no refreshment. Somewhere, Bolujoko, batch by batch training will be stressful for a teacher alongside with the normal work schedule. Please reconsider the numbers of students per training. We said a minimum of 100. You can do 80, you can do 90, you can do 50, you can do 60, you can do, but we said a minimum of 100. But if you can do above that, if your capability and ability can take more than 100, you are free. But the training or requirement said a minimum of 100 in your class. That's why we said one teacher per class. Thank you so much. So I have a challenge concerning the certificate and I private chatted you, no reply, yes, sir. chat me again or any of admin in the group again, there will be a reply, sir. Thank you so much. We are 2 from my school, please. 1 teacher per school. Thank you very much, Idowu Esther. Ola Sheun Balogu. Okay, thanks for today. Wing Brain Tutor. When is the report will be sent for each week? Now, the report for each week can be sent Friday. Check the timetable in the class that we send to you in the class. We send each report should be sent on Friday, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on Friday. The report should be sent. Since the training will be between 45 minutes and 1 hour, can't it be done on Wednesday during the? Of course, Yusuf Abdul Rashid. Of course, the training can be done on Wednesday. On Monday, the example that I gave is just an example, but our training calendar stated clearly that on Wednesday rather, during your extracurricular activity, should be the training. Thank you, Yusuf. Moses, any remuneration for the teachers generally? I think Moses, you just joined us late. We have stated that top performing teachers will receive 200,000 naira. Can we combine both senior and junior school for the training? Of course, you can pick. This is a selection thing. Pick from all your school for your class. You can unpick or pick and let those that will participate in your training. Educator, minimum mean the least number of students should be 100, sir. Thank you for that clarification. That is what we mean. Minimum 100. But if you want to go above, but the minimum is 100. Thank you. I joined the platform only on Friday. Someone sent me the link. My name is Botia Michael. Okay. Chat the admin up, Botia Michael. Someone will reach out to you for any other question. Is there going to be a template for the report? We are going to send a Google form for the reporting to you. Batch by batch training will be stressful for teacher alongside with the normal work schedule. Please reconsider the numbers of student party. We have said somewhere, you have repeated this question like 2 times now, 3 times now, and we said a minimum is 100. So you can do 50, you can do 80, you can do 90, depending on the size of your student, just like the tech kit. Sorry, Samuel. We have said that again. So a minimum is 100. So that's what we are trying to say, Samuel. I hope you get it now, Mr. Samuel. I hope you get it now. We appreciate the certificate given to us at the end of the last exercise done, but the certificate does not update. Please take a look into the matter. Thank you very much, Akinyele Adeosu, for that observation. We are going to look into that. Thank you so much, Akinyele. Samuel, I hope I answered your question because I know the question is very important, so that's why I still repeating it again. Yes, the minimum is 100. So if your school doesn't have up to 100, please, you can do 80, 90 as the case may be. Thank you, Samuel. Can we have template of the weekly report? We are going to share the Google form to you, John or Dejobi. Thank you for the training. You welcome Oloyede Samuel Adekunle. Morina said, I have a class of 50 in the tech kit. Should I get more 50 students? If you can, if it's up to 100, fine. If it's not, you can still maintain your 50. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you, Morina Enitor. Mustafa Akim Olawale say, is the attendance written or typing? Is going to be typing. Is going to be typing. Once you in weekly attendance, we are going to send a template to you. Then you send it to the platform. We are going to type it and send it to the platform in the Google form. We are going to send to you. Mustafa Akim, thank you for that observation. Good night, sir. Thank you so much for more strength. Thank you, Elizabeth Omotola. Do we have more questions before I close the group? I close the meeting. I close the meeting. Wing Brain Tutor, we have said it that the maximum you can take is 50. The minimum you can do is, you said it's 100. Thank you, sir, for all. All right, I think that is all. If you don't have any further questions, I will want to call it a day, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, everyone. So thank you, everyone. I joined through the link, teacher. Ekene, thank you. Okay, chat somebody in the group. Ekene, you will be attended to. Just chat somebody in the group. All right, thank you so much, guys, for your time. It's almost 8 o'clock, and we want to call it a night here, so we can continue the conversation or your questions in the chat group on WhatsApp. Thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. And again, happy independence to all the amazing teachers. I wish you guys all the best. Please enjoy your weekend and please try as much as possible to follow up with your principal about the training and everything. Can other students that did not attend the first training join the training? That's why we say you can head pick. You can head pick Olarotimi Olugbenga. You can head pick to make sure other students also participate in the training as well. Miss Tura, do you mean the lead student can be trained weekly is 100? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Miss Tura. Thank you so much, guy, and have a lovely week. Good night, everyone.